The boy had a small mustache when he was born. His father tried to shave it off, but as soon as he turned around, it instantly grew back again. When his parents took him out, he simply bent his father's finger straight away. They took him to the hospital, but the doctor said everything seemed perfectly normal. When it was time to play soccer, the boy refused to be the goalkeeper, so he used his strength again. He raised his hands in celebration, but his classmates called him a bully. His father warned him to stay humble and never show his powers in front of others. The boy stayed silent, then quietly closed the car door. Soon his birthday arrived, but no one came to celebrate. His parents told him only if he hid his powers and acted normal would other kids be willing to play with him. The boy agreed, but just as he blew out the candles, years passed and the man grew up. One day he was running late for work, so he used his powers to teleport and arrived at the office on time. Then his boss asked him to get some ice. He blew onto the water and it froze instantly. But the man only used his powers when no one was around. When the snack machine got stuck, he simply lifted it up and kept shaking it. That night, the man and his girlfriend were having dinner. When they were talking happily, a group of hoodlums came over and began to mock them. The girlfriend was very angry. She stepped forward and slapped them once, but the hoodlums remained very arrogant. They even used international gestures to provoke the man and then pushed him to the ground. Even so, the man still controlled his anger because he always remembered what his father had said. That night, the man was sitting at the subway station when the lights started flickering suddenly. A runaway train rushed forward. To save the passengers, he jumped onto the tracks and ran to the front of the train to stop it. The man was slammed against the windshield, and the driver stared at him in shock. Then he jumped off and ran to the end of the track. He smashed open a fire hydrant, pulled out the hose, and wrapped it tightly around a post. The hose held firm against the force, and the train bounced backward. Then the man put on a hat, disguised himself, and quietly left the scene. But the whole incident had been recorded. The next day, it spread all over the news. The man had to go back home to avoid trouble. Unexpectedly, his mom made a surprising discovery. She found a hidden spaceship and a special suit inside. When the man put it on, he realized he was Superman. Then he climbed onto the rooftop, ready to become a true hero. He jumped into the air. When the man began to doubt his own abilities, some kids laughed at him. One of them even made a rude gesture, so the man copied him. Suddenly, the kids froze and ran away in fear. That was when he realized he was flying. Then he playfully made the same gesture with his other hand. But the man had not yet adapted to this ability. He flew uncontrollably further and further. Finally, he fell directly into the sea. After he got ashore, he asked the nearby boatman and learned that he had flown halfway around the world. Then he made gestures to take off again. After that, the man found his girlfriend at the amusement park. He told her his identity, but she thought the man was just boasting. So would you want to become this Superman? Please comment.